Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a flip through of this Happy Planner 18-month color block layout. It's dated July 2019 to December of 2020. I was working with an Amazon simple planner, and while it does meet some of my needs, I've had to, thank you, Jasper, I've had to kind of tweak it and add things and kind of do some DIY kind of stuff. And I wanted something that had pieces that I could just add to it and not have to worry about these little things getting in the way and trying to find the right hole sizes and all this other stuff. I don't want to do all that work. A lot of people like to decorate their journals and stuff, and I'm not saying I'm not one of them, but I am finding myself with less and less time. So anyway, I decided to go with the Happy Planner, and this particular style, it says Stay Wild, which I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of stuck because I have not opened it yet. And it was like in a big box store for like, I don't know, $24 or something like that. And I actually have, I don't know, a few accessories that I found like on Amazon and at like craft supply stores to kind of add to it. They're also Happy Planner, which I'll be happy to share with you. Anyway, so we flip this open. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Yes, you can see part of it. On this side, it's just this, I don't know, black stripe color block, and it looks, because it's so stiff, that you could probably do like Sharpie decorations or writing on it, and I think it would work. This part here is wrapped in plastic, I think, to keep people from going through it. So I'm just going to take that plastic off. There's this little card here that says welcome to your new Happy Planner, and then it tells you if you're new, about the social media network, and then at the end it says Happy Planning. You flip it over, and there's their Instagram and YouTube, their Facebook page, and then their website. So you can probably find more ideas and stuff, kind of like, flipping through like Pinterest. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people with Happy Planners on Pinterest. So hello, this Happy Planner belongs to, and it's gonna be my name, but your name. And then there's a yearly calendar for 2019. Even though the planner is dated from July, it actually starts at January. So that's kind of cool. Then you have the 2020 calendar, which, I could give you guys a more broad spectrum, but then you'd see how messy my table is because I've been doing jewelry today. So 2020 starts at January, ends at December. Typical yearly calendar. It's nice to have the full 2 years, even though the thing is dated, like I said, to July. Flip it over. That's Jasper, my bird, screaming. If you look at my YouTube, you'll see a couple videos of him, and you'll hear him in some of the ones he's not featured in. That's kind of cute that it says Hello July, and there are things that say loving, thankful for, thinking of, going, wearing, excited for, reading, and I'm assuming that these are like maybe a gratitude kind of thing. Important dates for the month. Looks like they have July the 4th, Independence Day, already written out there. What is the best advice you've ever received? And I'm pretty sure they're not thinking it's for July. I'm thinking that someone just kind of wants you to fill in the space with some maybe memories or something. I don't know. So July, pink skies ahead. That's actually pretty cool. That looks like something I would have had on maybe I don't know, a poster when I was younger. I loved stuff like this. And then you flip it open, and there is the monthly goals, to-do list. Did you know energy from an hour of the sun's light can power the earth for an entire year? So I'm guessing you get to learn a little bit of trivia as the days go on. This is a nice block size for the month. I usually put stickers and scribbles for appointments and things like that. Flip it, and I like the way that the weeks are lined out, because I will actually use each and every one of these blocks for a different aspect of my life. Some will be used for like a business, some will be used for family, some will be used for the various hobbies that I have and pets and people's schedules. So each other planner, there's just like 4 or 5 in that one. Like I said, that's another reason why I wanted to switch to this. But I've got one for personal things that have nothing to do with anybody but me. Maybe, you know, I'll put things like do nails, or, you know, write in my journal, or, you know, read this scripture or something like that. And I put like a to-do list in one, financial things in one, and these are just kind of overviews of what I need to do that week. And usually I have a daily insert, which I have a happy planner one that I'll show you in a minute, that I'll write out you know, times and appointment times and things like that, things that, you know, don't need to go in these little boxes. A little bullet journal, which is kind of cool. Says weekend adventures. So I'm guessing you get to do the weekend. I'll probably block weekend adventures out. Like, seriously, that's probably what I'll do, because I think weekend adventures is actually this blocked pink over here for Saturday and Sunday. And I'll actually use this for my weekly habit tracker. It's just the right size for a few habits that I do track right now in another bullet journal. And I could take those out of there and put it here and leave me some room in my other one for that. So looks like every page is the same, where they have goals and then notes. We go through the next week. Skip a page, yeah. Okay, this one is different. It says thankful for, and then it's got some asterisks there in the middle of the month. So maybe once you get to the middle of the month, you'll find some things to be thankful for. I learned that one's different than the thankful for on the other page. And then we're at the next month to August, and then there it is again, the whole month of all the things. Then loving, thankful for, thinking of, going, wearing, excited for, reading. Then the important dates, birthdays, and then here's another one. This is, I think, more like creative writing, because the other one had a different question as well. And we flip to the August tab, and it says, and so the adventure begins. Now this is also kind of cool. It's kind of a jungle feeling with the palm leaves. August monthly goals, to-do list, and another did you know. I'm feeling happy, excited, fierce, smart, sassy, fabulous, in need of coffee. This would probably change from day to day for a lot of us. I'm not really sure why there's just one checkbox if it's going to be there, but it's still kind of cool to, you know, get what you're feeling by the beginning of this month. Then another bullet for weekend vibes, weekend adventures, a couple of quotes. That's actually neat to kind of put in the middle of the month, and another thankful for right there at the middle of the month. So I think maybe they all are like that. There's an I learned. So yeah, I think that's kind of what they are. Oh, this one says doodles. There's a lot of doodles that are in my head that usually end up in the wrong places, like in the corner of books I'm reading or whatever. You should see my Bible. No, you really shouldn't. Because I've got things in there and people are like, you draw in your Bible? That's another topic altogether. Let's get back to this. Hello September, and there's our 30 days, all the things, the same gratitude kind of thing. Look at that. What makes you happy? That's actually gonna be something I feel in. I'm not sure I'm gonna fill in all these journal spots. Honestly, I'm probably going to put a sticker or maybe some washi tape over the questions and use the lines for other things. I like that. This really is wild. Monthly goals, to-do list, and it looks like, you know, the monthlies are the same, the weeklies are the same as the others. This is a very cheery yellow. It'll come in handy because September, you know, is probably going to be really hot where I am. I know a lot of places cool off, but not here. I'm in Tennessee, and it's humid and hot still in September. Yeah, it looks like, ooh, that's a pretty pink coming off of that yellow. They did a really good job with this, with the transitions of the colors and shading and whatnot. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Yeah, see, that's something that I wouldn't answer in this, because I'm not going to use this as a creative writing journal or a personal journal. So I would cover that up with a sticker or some washi tape and use that for something else. These are some really cool tabs. I think instead of keeping these attached to this, I might add these to a scrapbook somewhere. I don't know yet. October is not a very fall color like I would have thought they'd do. You know how most people do orange and black. This is actually pink and maybe white. I don't know any other pink names because I'm not one of those kind of girls that knows, you know, off-white and taupe and mauve and eggshell. I'm not one of those kinds. I mean, this is pink, that's purple. Yeah, October's like the same as the others. It's just the color just doesn't seem very fall to me. You know, I'm not really thinking Halloween-ish colors ought to be pink and white. But I mean, in November, maybe the goal is, because there's no way it's this colorful and pretty in November. It's usually pretty drab by then. You gotta forgive Jasper when he realizes that I'm talking to the camera and not him. He screams. I do like the color concept itself. It's just, for November, I don't know, maybe they're trying to get you out of the sour, darn it, it's winter, and into, hey, just think, spring's right around the corner. Maybe that's what they're going for with this color scheme. Daylight savings time ends, boy, we will all not be looking forward to that. So this one's just like the other months and the other weeks. There's a quote. There's that thankful for, the I learned. I would think the I learned would kind of be at the end and the doodles in the middle, but I didn't design it, and it's still a good concept for a planner, and I plan on using it. I will use just about every feature in this thing. And it's got the same things, all the things: loving, thankful for, thinking of, going, wearing, excited for, reading. The trivia. It's a very, very icy look. December about looks like this where I live. Very gray and dull. The sky is always just kind of, you know. Because that's usually when I end up gaining a pound or two, because it gets, you know, kind of icy, so you can't go for a walk on the sidewalk or whatever. Ooh, January. There's that same tab that's on the cover. Yeah, stay wild. Cool. But yeah, it looks as though they have the same exact, why was I trying to find another page between day 19 and day 20? I'm really not that flaky. Goals and doodles. Ooh, I think I can. I like that for February. It's a very warm color. Oh my goodness, I love that. It's definitely a pop in the middle of your winter. Pink, probably for Valentine's Day. It's got the same things as the other months. It's got the little quote and hooray for the weekend, bullet journal kind of deals. I'm, like I said, gonna use those extensively. Oh, why would they do that? I haven't had lunch yet. Look at those cupcakes. Can you see those? Oh my goodness. April's pink, pinkish, peachish. I love that blue background. This would definitely jolt me out of the winter. I'd probably flip back to this just for a quick mental pick-me-up. This, like, wow. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Now, see, that's kind of something that I would not have added so many lines for. I mean, what could you possibly put in all those lines? I mean, I guess you could always put Rocky Road, Cherry Garcia, chocolate, vanilla, Neapolitan. you know, my favorite flavor is just everything stirred together and put in a big bowl. I don't know. This happy planner does kind of make me happy, though, just looking at it. Of course, you know, I heard some study that says, you know, just the idea of planning something and filling out a planner, even if you plan on not doing any of it, kind of, you know, makes you happy and gives you a sense of fulfillment. I don't know. I'd feel really behind if I wrote all that stuff out and then didn't do any of it. That's me. That's my personality type. May looks pretty much the same as everything else, just a different quote. May, I won't feel like sleeping much. June, look at you, it's all pink, and pink is my least favorite color. I know it's not very girly of me, but my favorite color is green, and June is the month of my anniversary and the month of my birthday, and I'm gonna have to look at pink the whole time. I don't know, I might get a marker and change all that. I love this. I love it. I have these type of flowers on my wall too, like in photo frames or whatever, in my kitchen. I will probably doodle all through July. Yellow is such a cheery color. It makes me want to draw stuff and put stickers everywhere. August has that same kind of pastel, creamy, pinkish, corally color. August is the time for a lot of festivals and, you know, all the back to school stuff, and leads up to the county fairs if you've ever gone. Notes, goals. Those goals for me are just so small. I might use it anyway, but some of my inserts are going to take the place of those. And that's the fun thing about inserts, you know, buying things that were designed by the same publisher or planner or author. You get the chance to mix and match and customize your planner to your goals and your needs. See, there's that green I would have loved to see in June. Here it is in September. Wherefore art thou, September? Oh, we ought to give them at least one black in October to make them feel like, you know, we didn't miss it. I wish that I could switch them out. Kind of wish now that this was blank so it could be interchangeable. They do make other tabs for the Happy Planner. I'm not going to buy any. I would think that wouldn't be using our money very well to do that, you know, just for aesthetics. But, I mean, what am I doing right now? Because I could actually use the planner I have. I wanted this. This was a want. And I'm not going to pretend like I don't buy things just because I want them. I do. October 2020, though, they don't continue that black. But they are yellow and green. That's kind of Halloween-y, I guess. But, yeah, 2020 is just like 2019. with the same exact pattern. So I guess by the time you get to the next year, you are pretty well established. And I'm just going to flip through. I know exactly where everything is. I'm going to write this down, this down, this down. My labels are going to go as headers right there on the sides here. In case you didn't know, I'm going to put my labels of like to do and things for my business and things like that in those color blocks. I am going to label them. Now, by the time you get to November, there's a what are you most grateful for? It wasn't in the other November, which, you know, Thanksgiving-ish feeling. Did I just make up a word? Thanksgiving-ish. That's a new word. That's a new word. I like these polka dots too. I like them. November 2020 is a really pretty lime green. Kind of makes you want to go and eat some custard or something. It keeps you from getting confused when you have all this stuff written out, which I will. It is not going to look this pristine by the time that I'm done with it. I usually plan months and months in advance for a lot of things, and I hope for the best, and I hope that my plans are established and not just, you know, hoped for. December. Where did this pretty calm watercolor blue come from? This is so gorgeous, and I know that camera is not going to do this justice. Look at it. Look at that. I know you all don't get excited over little things like that. I'm going to also change these little rings out. I bought some larger ones because of all the things I'm going to add. I don't want it looking like this, like a clam that's all rounded out and bent up. So I'm going to change those out. And that's another thing I like about the Happy Planner is you can actually change the binder rings. We're almost at the end of the 2 years. They do give us a couple of days into January, which is odd because I'm pretty sure that you're going to have to fill out a January again if you bought the January 2020 to whatever planner. And at the end, there's a thing for notes, which I'm not really sure what I'd have written in the note section because I basically am going to add another section that I bought, like the little additions to customize it more. So I'm not even going to need this page right here, to be honest. Live Creatively, black bold stripe page. And then at the end, which this, if I can pull it, it's really pretty. I gotta get that glue off. That's gonna bug the stew out of me. Let's see if I can get it. I can roll it off though. You probably don't want to see me do that. Oh, there it is. We'll get that out of the way. And put it under the table like bubble gum. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. And then there's the, it's not an insert. I guess I really can't call it that, but it kind of just tells you what is in it, so you don't like go rip it off the shelf and open it up and go thumbing through it. So it tells you kind of what it looks like and, you know, what it is. So I'm getting that out of the way, and I'm going to show you the things that I plan to put in the planner. So this is the daily schedule, which is the health page. And I like the health page because when you open this, it just kind of sits halfway and you can still see other things that are around it going on in the week. So they're dailies. So the daily pages, thank you, Jasper. So the daily pages, that's kind of neat. Tells you kind of what's in it. They are just I think it's 40 in this, so I'm going to get a few extras, but right now it'll do, and on the back there's like a to-do list thing that says get it done. So in the middle of your week, when you're flipping through your daily schedule and your to-do list and you're marking those things off, I believe that it'll make you a little bit more productive, and you can kind of see what you've done for the other day, for that whole week. It should actually say weekly schedule, in my opinion, because it is for a whole entire week. So aside from the daily schedule, something else I'm going to use to customize my planner is the expense tracker. And believe me, I do use other forms of expense tracking, but I want one to go in my planner also. And this has the date, amount, category, and then whether or not you use cash, debit, or credit. And this is going to come in handy also for my dailies. And on the back, it's got a bill pay checklist, and then a little bullet type note section, which is great because I'll probably use that also for my money habits. And it's really simple. Pop it in, and I'm going to use them, like I said, probably by the week. There's just no reason to have to buy a ton of them and get my journal to be like 5 feet tall. Although with this journal it's so customizable, I bet you could do it. I bet somewhere out there they have 5-foot rings for the binder.